Welcome back. Lawmakers in Lansing are proposing a bunch of bills that could prevent teens from suffering what's called a social death or even a physical one.
Yeah, it's called sextortion, and it happens when someone convinces a person to send sexual images of themselves and then uses them to expose that person unless they pay up.
And it caused a Michigan teenager to take his own life a couple of years ago. And his dad joined lawmakers at the state capitol today. Zach Priest fills us in.
Jordan DeMay was just a teenager in 2022, and he took his own life as a result of an online sextortion scheme. Online sextortion wasn't always an issue, but it's a big issue today, which is why lawmakers are working together to stop it.
All-conference basketball player, star football player, 6'2", 183 pounds, handsome, popular in school, and he was tragically tortured after an Instagram message from a young lady named Danny Roberts.
John DeMay, Jordan's dad, joined Michigan Democrats today to talk about the bill package dubbed Jordan D's Law and why it's needed so badly, especially now. Jordan DeMay, a 17-year-old from Marquette, sent personal pictures to someone he thought was a young woman and took his own life after people behind the scam threatened to expose him to friends and family. Lawmakers say anyone, especially young people, may feel like there's no other way out of such a situation.
Leader that he thought he could be, when in fact he is and was, and his legacy is going to be one where we are going to be able to make sure that kids can get help.
The proposed legislation would punish those sexually extorting others, provide sentencing guidelines, and require local school districts to work with the Michigan Department of Education, Michigan State Police, and the Attorney General to educate students on the potential new law. While many aspects of sextortion are already illegal, lawmakers say
this law was modeled after Gavin's Law, which was introduced by Representative Brandon Guffey of South Carolina, who tragically lost his own son to sextortion.
The legislation isn't new. North and South Carolina already have similar laws, and these lawmakers, as well as Jordan's dad, hope the bills will easily clear hurdles here in Michigan.
There's dozens and dozens and dozens of families who are now, unfortunately, friends of ours through these tragedies that have lost their loved ones because of this thing, and millions of others that are victims that probably haven't even told their parents yet.
The two men accused of sextortion in Jordan's case lived in Nigeria outside of the U.S., but the government there actually extradited them to Michigan. They eventually pleaded guilty to various crimes and were sentenced to 17 more years in prison, though Jordan's dad says that won't bring his son back. Sherry, Siobhan, back to you.